Hi YouTube, good morning on the 18th of December 2020. I'm making this video because Norway is one of the countries that is highly recommended, short of mandated, not quite a law per se, but highly recommended that their citizens must be prepared for emergency. And this came out a few days ago. It came out in Norway for the second time this year for the Norwegian Directory for Civil Protection, DSB, Norwegian Directory of Civil Protection. And this is funny because I did not hear anything from the U.S. prostitutes or the Russian news, RT, or the top Persian news, Press TV, or any of the Latin news. So, as you know, I once in a while I get with I follow the across the pond Spaniard prepper, because sometimes they got some good news, sometimes they got some stupid stuff that gets me upset, especially when I talk about food. You should not talk about food, guys, never. Different culture, different society, let them be. I know some cultures like to eat the best man's friend. That's okay, that's their business. Don't dwell on that. So these guys were talking, was having an interview with the Spanish lady in Norway that they were alarmed because Norway is a country, it came on the list with the happiest country on the earth, or some stuff like that. But now the directory of, what did I tell you? I keep forgetting that. Of defense or safety or whatever it is pushing for this list. And this is funny because if you remember 2 years ago, a year ago, I told you about Germany passing that law in 3 days, which is impossible when you got so many parties, through democracy. Through democracy, you got the communists, the Mongols, the Greens, the beer drinking, the rebels, the pirates, the left, the right, the top, the bottom, the gays, everybody else. That is true democracy. If you only have two, it's fake democracy. So Norway passed a law in 3 days. The lower house, I forgot right now, and the upper house, unbelievable. Poland copied it immediately, and about 3 months later, for the same guy that I follow in Spaniard Purple, we learn about this grid, power grid between France, Spain, and Portugal. Those three countries are interlinked. In case of emergency, they will help each other. Nobody else that I know of in Europe has that change. And that remind me that some people here in the U.S. that doesn't understand, or they don't know, Texas is not linked up to the U.S. grid, the national grid. Texas is independent. And to make matter worse for some Yankees that hate Texas independence, as we are right now, we got linked, not permanently, but we can link with Mexico, northern Mexico, on a power grid, especially with the state of Nuevo León, through the western part of Texas. So in case of emergency, we have our own issue, we can get power from Mexico. The agreement goes back years and years, and the Fed cannot do anything. So let me tell you what the Norwegian Directory of, I want to get the name again. Well, you come back to the video, and the DB is okay, that's it, I give up. Okay, the first thing to do per person, this is per person, guys, 9 liters of water per person, 2 packs of crispy bread per person, toast. I know in the U.S. you don't find a package of toast per se, I don't know why, but you can get into the Latino markets, very few, Asians don't eat bread too much per se. But into Latino market, you can find lots of toasted, kind of a little bit expensive. Salvadorians got a nice biscuit bag about this big for $1. but they want you to have 2 packs of Christian bread per person, 1 pack of oat porridge per person. Talking about a pound. 3 boxes of canned food or 3 bags of dry food per person. 3 boxes of sandwiches, bread or jam with the long shelf life per person. Now these are boxes, guys. These are not cans. A few bags of dry fruit or nuts, biscuits or chocolate. Okay. One medication, any medication that you are dependent on. In my case, would be the metformin. Stove for heating, it could be wood, gas, or paraffin. So if you have a gas, electricity store, Europeans do more electricity, then you have to have one for gas or one for paraffin. The small one, big one, large one, who cares? Or the typical Latino call it fogón, wooden thing that you can do barbecue. Gas fuel, grill, or cooker. So the mandate that you get a new grill kind of gas for cooking. Just take the metal grill and put the pot right on top of the burner, I guess. Matches or lighters, warm clothes, blankets, and sleeping bags, first aid kit, battery operated DAB radio. This is something that I was trying to research because I never heard what DAB radio, Delta Alpha Bravo radio means, because they don't have AM anymore, and they have another kind of radio, like not the FM, but it's another one, government based, whatever that is, like the weather radio we have here in the U.S., something like that. Batteries, battery bank, and mobile chargers for the car. Wet wipes and disinfectant, paper towels and toilet papers, cash. I want you to have some cash in hand. Extra fuel and wood, gas, paraffin, denatured alcohol for heating and cooking. So they understand that this is basically a preparation. But this is the most important one. Iodine tablet in case of nuclear event. They don't use the word war, but they use nuclear event. The DSB, Advanced Emergency Preparedness. Okay, so this is the Department of Preparedness that Norway is pushing for this list. You are a part of Norway Emergency Preparedness, Advanced Emergency Preparedness, done by the Norwegian Director of Civil Protection. Okay, guys, this is funny because Europe is now, besides Germany and Poland, Norway, Sweden too. Actually, Sweden came from Scandinavia. They were doing that before the Norwegian. Sweden is not part of NATO; they're independent. So they had the mentality: we have to be ready for ourselves. We're not going to get any help. We don't need any help. Norway, military speaking, you know what happened in World War II, and then later again. Finnish, now they have basically a female government. Prime Minister and Minister and the President and everybody else is a female up there, very young, late 30s, early 40s. So they have a different mentality, and by the way, they refuse to have their defense, U.S. defense to be in place. So Norway says, we don't want the Russian missiles over here. I guess they knew a little bit about our worthless, yes, I said worthless, Patriot missile that hit 1 in 100 or 1 in 50, where it's disgusting the hitting ratio. So they says, no, we don't want the stuff, we're part of NATO, but we don't want to support you with that. And this is why Russia pick on Poland all the time, and even Putin says you will be the first one to burn, because Poland, their mentality, I guess, the history against the Russian, or with fighting the Russian, they attack first, and then the Russians respond, and they get the tail kick. They have everything in the inventory place in Poland, so by default they will be the first one to get blown up on the map. So this is becoming paranoia kind of deal, because the The Russian army is not ready to attack the whole of Europe. First of all, they don't have the manpower. They have the missiles, but they don't have the manpower. And if you understand a little bit about weather, northern hemisphere, it goes from west to east. Southern hemisphere, the weather pattern, the winds go from east to west. So the northern part, whatever you do in Western Europe, it goes in Russia in a matter of 3 days or 2 days or 4 days, between 2 to 4 days, they will get it. So it would be like shooting yourself in the foot with a shotgun. It makes no sense. So guys, if you have a relative that is like-minded and they don't understand the issue of being prepared, and they're kind of, allow me the expression, kind of stupid a little bit, they don't care. For Christmas now that is coming in, you know, just giving a little box with enough stuff for 2 days or 3 days so they can be independent. You know, getting one of those, one of these for the Christmas present. I know I gotta clean mine up. It's full of dust. As you can see, I don't check too much of water, but one of these right here. Oh boy, this is heavy. This will be a nice little Christmas present. One of those Osaka, whatever brand name you have around in your house, around your neighborhood. Giving one of these. For one person, this one is maybe, 7 days? It's 4 gallons. So one of these as a present, so they have extra water. And all. So when I don't have a place to put it, they can find a little corner in the closet. So be a little bit practical now that Christmas is coming. And first of all, it's not a lot of money. So if you love them and you want to give them a present, think a little bit about that. Batteries like this, that they are practical and they're cheap. This one I bought in Wally World for about, I think it was $5. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is this is the time to help your family members so you don't have them in your house when the stuff hit the fans. I already told everybody, if you're not ready, don't come over here. And I had donated in a lot of food, so they should be ready. Okay guys, short and sweet. Be ready, be prepared, get your head out of the box and look around the world and see what they're doing. India has becoming part of the ocean now with at least 25% more ships than any other country, especially the U.S. that is now there. They're ruling the world, so we don't know what's going to happen, but you at least you can eat twice a day. Talk to you later. Behave. Take care of your family and your little ones. Bye.